She in. Hey. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing, Rivers. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Rivers. Got some room at the 30. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Rivers to throw it. Sets up the screen to Gordon. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
X3, 218, chopper. You ain't got nothing. Hey, zoom. 52, white, 89.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Alpha, come to my work.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On fourth down, they snap it to Rivers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yellow 20! I'm coming! 53! Ready!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
Short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Alert!
Stafford on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Hey. 57's a mark. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 57. Go. Check flag. Check zebra. Hey, motion.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Murphy.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Devon Kennard able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on 1st down, Rivers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Going deep for Benjamin, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, give me radar. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking deep now for Amendola. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
To try again after the sack. Rivers, he's going to rifle one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
52, right 52. Alert! Watch the run. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike 52. Mike 52. Here I come.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hackinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. From the 50, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down. As he's inside the 40.
12 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with McKissick. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stay 50, stay 50. Big 20.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. That one good for 26 and a first down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 10-yard line.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
57, 280. 57, double right.
To the right and complete to Galladay. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
65, 65. 65,
Here's Stafford now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. To throw is Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, Anderson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
61, matchbox, lights. 57 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All day, all day, all day, all day. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
From the gun, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
180, 180. Check 26, check 26. Hey, easy, easy. Hey, go orange. Orange. Mike 51. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Kill, 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 kill.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. To Gordon, out left. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Stay with your man. Check.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Rivers on fourth down. Incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Easy. Hey, 5-0.
To throw again. Stafford going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's McKissick. And a stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Switch gears. Undercrush.
Here we go with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rivers. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rivers again. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rivers. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Well, the catch made by Dontrell Inman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch the safety creep. White, 89.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Chargers.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check it out, Reed. Orange 5-4. Check the backer. 12.
Throwing, Rivers. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2.
Check safety, check. Hey, Delta. Hey, orbit.
To the air again here, Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the
Stafford on first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
57's the mic. Watch 57. It's been a long day for you. Let's 57.
Now Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the